Hello, folks. Well, I hope you're all very well and had a pleasant, safe, and healthy Christmas. You know, I was blessed with a surprise gift from my wife. It is the Horizon Opterra 2M flying wing. 2M means the wingspan is 2 meters or 6.56 feet. Now that is a flying wing. Well, many of you know I love my flying wings, and I've had many over the years. Most of them were destroyed in the fire. But this is really a pretty big bird, and I can't wait to fly it. The wings and wing lips snap on and are held on with keys. Pretty ingenious. It really took no big amount of time to build it, actually. And binding the radio was easy with a Spectrum radio that's already installed, along with two 13-gram servos that run the elevons and a 40-amp ESC. Battery required but not included is a 3S 2200 to 3200 milliamp LiPo. The receiver is a Spectrum AR636A. I bound it up easily to my Spectrum DX8 Generation 2 transmitter and set the parameters up as the instruction book states. The LG switch is set to turn on or off the autopilot assist, which I'm anxious to try. So as you can see, it assembles easily and everything works. It's set up so that you can hook up 3 cameras too, a belly camera, FPV camera, or a Mobius type camera like my Firefly. There we go. And then this goes in there like that. There we go. Push that wire in there. We turn this on. Got that. Oh, autopilot is like this, and that switches back. So that means if I move the airplane, it's like a gyro. Oh, I see. If I throw this switch the other way, I've got no autopilot. Got it. Wow, that's pretty cool. Don't know if I like autopilots, but I'm going to try it. And I guess then this just goes on here. And that is it, folks. That's a beauty. That is huge. All right, so the balance point are these 2 divots. I'll hold these 2 divots and see how it balances. Oh, I'd say that's right on the money. Well, alright, I want to see what happens if I shut the transmitter off. Hopefully this thing doesn't take off. So I'm going to shut the transmitter off. We've lost RF. Oh, look at that. So this thing goes into autopilot mode. And the engine does not run, so that's good. Let's turn it back on. And there it is. All right, very cool. Okay. There's an air hole there for air in to cool it. And there's one over here too. This is the Opterra, and thanks to my loving wife, I got this from her for Christmas, and she's also behind the camera there, so thank you, babe. Let's give this a shot. Here we go.
Okay, the autopilot's still on, so I'm going to try again. There's no more onboard video as I didn't see the camera lens was covered in snow. You kidding me? It wouldn't go up. It's limiting my flying ability. They say to leave the autopilot on to make it easier when you're launching it. Anyway, I've shut it off now and I've got full control. So now let's see what happens. Oh, that's better. I don't recommend using the autopilot on takeoff, and especially if you know how to fly, or even if you don't know how to fly. The autopilot limits the amount of up elevator you have. Shut it off and you don't have to worry about that. Just give it full up and throw it. And you can really see how docile it is. Just look how nice this thing glides. Well, the roll rate is really slow, as you can see. You know, and if you turn that autopilot on, you're going to need a big place to fly, as it makes only really wide turns. I leave it off, as this is a very docile airplane, even with the full rate throw.
Inverted.
The 11.1 volt 2800 milliamp battery actually flew a total of 14.2 minutes before I attempted to land. The glide ratio is amazing on this thing, so make sure you got a long enough runway.
Touch and go.
Alright, let's try that again.
It's a real sled. Boy, it's pretty smooth. Very smooth. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Sure ripped the decals off in a hurry, didn't it?
And those missing decals made everything very sticky. It's all sticky here, so take some Goo Gone and take that and get that off. And I'm going to probably put some clear tape on top of here or something. That did not last, and I don't think this will very much last if you land it on a cement runway either.
I'm going to install a 1-inch wheel on there to help that. Well, beyond that, I'm going to need to turn some elevator trim up on the plane, because right now I'm trimmed for full up to fly level on the transmitter. You know, the surfaces are really small, so more is better. And make sure you got a big enough runway to land. This thing needs a lot of room, and if you got the autopilot on, it's going to make football-sized circles so you can barely see it. And in my opinion, I don't think you need to try to take off with that stabilizer autopilot turned on. You really don't need it. So the bottom line for me is this is really a pretty good quality kit. It flies nice, and it's not so nerve-wracking to fly because it's big enough to see, especially for us old dogs, you know. So thanks again for getting this for me, Ilea, for a Christmas present. Happy New Year. Safe flying to you all who are watching, and we'll see you next year. This is Dave the Night Flyer signing off for now.